If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The video game industry, as it has now become mainstream to be a gamer, and it's cool and easy way to make money on YouTube and Twitch without having any discernible talents or abilities, other than clicking a mouse. God, it's gonna be in the fucking Olympics and I'm supposed to sit here and be excited and shit. Point being, once again, we have another game coming out, or it is out by now because I was exposed to the story a few days ago, where a company just abuses their fan base to make money. And they use loot boxes.
No. Oh.
Forza 7, which has been the trump card for Xbox fanboys for the past God knows how many months or weeks. It was like their holy grail, the greatest thing to ever happen. This shows how great the Xbox One X really is, and the PC's overrated and expensive. Forza 7 is going to be the greatest game ever. Well, they were so busy cheerleading, none of them took the time to actually dig deeper and see the huge, glaring problem that stared everyone in the face. The simple fact that Forza 7 was designed from the ground up around microtransactions. That's something you never heard crap gamers say, or Cult Eastwood as they bang the drum for Forza 7's revolutionary garbage. The only thing it's really revolutionary in is trying to squeeze more money out of you. The loot box system is one of the most atrocious things I've ever seen since Quake Champions. But I heard that game is now free to play, so I guess you could let Bethesda slide on it. But I remember when I was alpha testing it and I was under an NDA back before Bethesda got pissed at me. I was playing it and I saw the loot box system and I wanted to vomit. I nearly spilled my sanity on the floor. In Forza 7, it looks like it took a page right out of that fucking game. This is atrocious. The loot box system is so bad even Ars Technica shits on them. But I'll move on to that in a second, as I try to make this condensed as possible. I don't want to rant and rave for a billion fucking years about another company trying to screw us over as the mind-numbing masses sit there and offer up excuses. You don't have to pay for it. It isn't implemented yet. But it's fucking coming, dude. Turn 10 themselves have said the microtransactions are coming. You can't spin this into anything other than it is. One of the worst loot box systems ever. This trend of loot boxes in games is just disgusting. You sit here, you pay full price for this game. I mean, there's a $99 version. It's ridiculous. Also, it's full of just issues, endless issues. Go to the Windows Store. Look at the fucking ratings so far. There are more dislikes than likes. It's like 55 1 stars, 27 5 stars, and the rest are in betweens, but not much. There are people who can't even get this game to run. There are people who have continuous crashing. I had people telling me, the one CPU thing, that's fine, blah, 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 it makes the game. Well, then explain to me why the fuck is it running like shit for so many people with amazing rigs. But let's move on, I digress. Now, this guy came out of nowhere a few days back to let people know about the monumental fuckfest that is the microtransaction system that Forza 7 is designed upon. The guy went on to say he's probably worked on 50 mobile games, which basically means he knows a thing or two about microtransaction whoring, because mobile games are just straight up about microtransactions. He believes there's a world of difference between microtransactions in a free game and microtransactions in a game you pay for, from anywhere to $60 to $100 up front. But he understands that people who hate them no matter what, and he's not here to defend those. So I'm going to read it verbatim from him. And I quote, "I also live 15 minutes from Turn 10 Studios, and I know some of the team members personally, and every single one of them that I have met has been a genuine and enthusiastic car fanatic. So I believe they all honestly want to make a fun driving sim and just got caught up in the latest fad to make money." Yeah, that's a good move. You want people to realize your passion, and then you want to nickel and dime them every fucking step of the way. But hey, the game has cool cosmetic drivers. Huh? Basically, I'm going to skip most of this because it'll go on forever. VIP 2 times credit is now consumable instead of it being permanent. The most obvious design change is to get people to buy loot boxes. A collection system, you need more cars to drive the cool stuff. What's the easiest way to get cars? Loot boxes, you dumb bastard. Get out your fucking credit card, homo, and buy those damn loot boxes. Wait, they're not called loot boxes. What are they again? Forgive me, prize crates. That's another buzzword from Turn 10. Also, it isn't pay to win, you little dickbag. It's pay to earn. I really don't get who came up with that, but maybe it's genius in some way. because now they want to like indoctrinate a new phrase for people to remember. And, you know, the apologists will sit there and go, it's not pay to win, you idiot. It's pay to earn. And before you know it, people will be complacent. It'll be a mainstay. It already is. Let's move on. Cars cost more money, creating artificial scarcity. Once again, we are moving into the loot box territory. Or prize crates. Prize crates. Shut up, Gundam. You're just jealous because you're trash at racing games. But I know how to race in real life. So who's the real winner here? Huh? I mean, let's fucking face it. How many UFC fighters you know that are actually good at playing a UFC game? Homologation rules. You can make an argument this was done to make multiplayer more fair. I agree that was a partial reason. But I also think that it was done to force people into buying more cars. / loot boxes, prize crates. To qualify in more races. Previously, you could just upgrade your starter car fairly cheaply and run in all sorts of series. No more assisted bonuses. More credit scarcity, loot boxes. Which, there's a point here, like before you could put on like little things in your race and earn more XP or whatever, as I can remember it. You know, you got a little extra, the coins, that's what you got. Well, anyway, you got those because you could do it if you added some extra difficulty, you know, do so many specific perfect turns or no assisted crap on bonuses. Now you have to pay for that. Weird AI. No idea here. I just think it was microtransaction change. I don't understand what he's talking about there. No upgrades. They want you to have to buy more cars which cost credits, which you can see where this is going. Once again, the prize crates. And this is clearly evident in people's reviews of the game. People are pissed off that actually aren't drinking the Kool-Aid of Microsoft. The author of this Reddit post honestly believes that they wanted to make a good game, but they got caught up in the microtransaction thing. And he also believes that there's no way out of this, as the game was designed around the microtransaction fucking idea here, to the point of where even if they tried to fix it, it would be almost impossible in the long term. It kind of reminds me of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, but the difference is Deus Ex, Mankind Divided was finished before microtransactions was put into the game. So you could technically play through that and be fine. But on the other hand, people say, well, the microtransactions added to the game then creates like a sort of overbuff for your character in the game, because the game wasn't built with the microtransactions in mind for the player character to have these sort of extra shit going on. And for me personally, I'm like, fuck it, really? Like, if you're gonna pay, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but at least I know this game I can enjoy without ever feeling slighted in the least. Now, as I said, this is a major monumental fuck up to the point of where Ars Technica actually came after Microsoft for this. I don't know what happened. I became like a Looney Tunes character who was trying to be cute. Here's a great quote from Sam Marchkovec over at Ars Technica, who really rips into this whole thing. At this point, it would take something monumentally stupid to reverse the loot box trend in video games. The practice, which combines real money, virtual items, and random chance, has been found in various free-to-play games for years, and has been showing up more and more frequently in fully priced retail games recently. The sales pitch, in short, by paying a little more real cash, a player will more quickly unlock random items in the game and see flashy animations of the box opening. That part is apparently crucial. This racket often skates by because game makers say that they are hiding non-essential and cosmetic items in these boxes. Game makers also point out that these random items, boxes, can almost always be earned simply by playing the game. Who's losing out, you douchebag? Give us your money. He didn't say that part. The problem, as far as I'm concerned, is the poison these random prize systems inject into their game's designs. I've been biding my time waiting for a loot box system so stupid and unnecessary that I can finally name and deconstruct the demonic practice in no uncertain terms. For that reason, I'm wholeheartedly thanking Turn 10 and Microsoft Studios for the loot box disaster that they've cooked up into this week's release of Forza 7. As I said earlier, there is no way to use real world money for the CR coins at this current point in time for the prize crates. But Turn 10 has said, once we confirm that the game's economy is balanced and fun for our players, out in the world, we plan to offer tokens, a real money currency that works like CR, as a matter of player choice. Some players appreciate using tokens as a way of gaining immediate access to the content that they may take many hours to acquire in the normal course of play. There will also be an option within the in-game menu to turn off tokens entirely. That being said, the following criticisms applied to Forza 7 loot boxes, even without them being attached to the real-world economy. Basically, the rest of the article goes into great detail about Forza 7's douchery, even down to the fantastic cosmetic costumes for your driver. There's even clowns and shit like that, so they probably threw it in so they could have an excuse for the loot boxes, you know? Hey, we got cosmetic stuff too that doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's your driver looking like a clown or a Deus Mortis or whatever. Or a mime, for God's sakes. Really? Ninjas? Jesus. There you go. Another AAA game trying to double dip in the chip that is your fucking wallet. And on that note, I'm getting out of here because just looking at this, it's just like, another game of disgustingness. I'm done. I don't want to bother with this. It's ridiculous. I was interested in Forza 7. Now I have zero interest. I was like, maybe I'll actually start playing these Forza games that everybody swears up and down is great. But you know what? Are great, forgive me. But no. You don't have to rate, comment, subscribe this or share it or anything. Because frankly, it's sad. It's, you know, maybe you probably should share it because it's a glaring omission that the gaming industry is becoming such a corporate shithouse that all they care about is making money. That is it. Even when they swear up and down they're doing this out of a love and enthusiasm for cars, they still find a way to work in microtransactions to try and squeeze a little bit more out of you. Do they not get enough? Is the $100 version of this game not enough? Really, is it? I mean, frankly, if they were losing this much money on these racing games and shit, I don't think they put them out at all. Look at EA. The second a game doesn't make money, EA's done with it. Alright, so if a game is coming out repeatedly and they still work in microtransactions, it's going to be a Battlefield 2, so don't get too excited. Believe me, they're making money. Hell, even Bethesda with the paid mods, as much as all of us are rallying against it, there's still people paying for it. Console gamers. I spent 2 days of my life going through comments on Twitter and on web pages as far back as 30 days. And I found a multitude of people actually sending Bethesda messages talking about the paid mods that they paid for and if they liked it or not, or how to get it to work with this and that. It was ridiculous. I can't remember what it was. I was reading one article. I'm way off subject. I was supposed to end the video, but now I'm on a harangue, as they say in the Latin community. I was reading some article where someone did the math that even if 90% of, I think it was NBA 2K 2017 or 18, the newest one that just came out. I was reading it. Someone did the math. Even if 90% of the community did not partake in the loot box bullshit and all the paid microtransactions for everything, the 10% that supported it would more than make up for the lost revenue that they'd experience from the fan backlash. So that's probably the case with everything fucking else. And let's face it, the biggest one to blame is Overwatch, because Overwatch made loot boxes so like, I don't know what it is with Overwatch, but people spend hundreds of dollars. And I think it's because of the big YouTubers that sat there and also made videos of them spending like $100 on loot boxes. But what nobody realizes that the YouTuber that made this video that's got a huge following doing a loot box unboxing fucking video made their money back and then some from you watching it. It was an investment for them to make money off of you. Now they make cash and then fucking Blizzard makes dough because you ran out and did the same thing because some cocksucker that's fucking, I don't know, platinum, diamond, whatever the fuck it is, grandmaster went around and fucked around with some shit and you're like, ooh, I love these skins. And Jeff Kaplan wonders why his fucking community is toxic. Last thing, this has nothing to do with Forza, but Jeff Kaplan just now realizing that fucking Overwatch is toxic is like amazing. It's brilliant. It's almost like the second coming of Jesus for me, because this fucknut finally cleaned his glasses and looked at the shit that people said to him for a change. I'm out. That'll be a rip for another day.